Vikersund is in the district of Buskerud in the municipality. Today I have Colin Phillips at my side who will give us first-hand information about ski jumping. Hi there, Colin.
Hello, Mark. Next time I'll be competing again, that's for sure.
We all hope that, and we keep our fingers crossed for you. Today we're flying high. This is the opening of the Ski Flying World Championship. His performance today is not a surprise. It's neither better nor worse than the last time. He's just plugging along on the same level.
Chugging, even.
Let's take the time to look at the replay. Roland Miller from Austria. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, he set the hill record here, I think, in 2004. He made an amazing jump at 219 meters.
Right. But since then, there haven't been any more really long distances in the ski flying in Vikersund. It was rather in Pamięć, Oberstdorf, and Film that things happened. Now we get the chance to analyze all the jumps. He's one of the skiers who pleasantly surprised the expert this season. He always lived up to their expectations. And he didn't have a single fall this season.
Yeah, last year was quite a different story. Now he's become a really good skier.
Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that.
Yeah. So this was the first hurdle on the way to Colin, what's your comment on this performance?
Well, there's not much to criticize, actually. His performance is good, he's calm, and in complete control of the situation. I'd say the only thing he still lacks a little bit is routine and level-headedness.
That's a pretty good score for him. I think I would have judged his flight similarly. He didn't make any mistakes, and that's what the judges thought as well.
Yeah, I think they did that.
Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that.
Yeah. It's high time that a Pole makes it to the top again. Maybe this young athlete. What do you think, Colin?
Well, I've never heard of him, but I always like surprises.
That was an okay landing there. I've seen many a jumper who would have been happy to end their flight like that.
Yeah, that's right.
And of course, there's always one or two things you can improve. That goes without saying. Let's take the time to look at the replay. The upwind might give wings to the skiers today. I can assure you that we'll see some good distances, and I wouldn't be surprised if the record was beaten. This sport is called ski jumping. Maybe someone should tell him. With that distance, maybe he should change to long jump in athletics. I've never seen anything as bad as that. Let's have another look at the replay. Maybe we overlooked some details.
It could be.
That was an exciting competition today, don't you think, Colin?
Yeah, well, now we can take a deep breath.
No one would have bet on him before this season, but things have changed. He's turning in a good performance, and surely no one will ever underestimate him again. So he's among the top 20, and he's doing well.
Yeah, good one.
Thanks to technology, we can look at the replay and be clear about things. At the beginning, the posture was much more important in ski jumping than the distance.
Oh, no wonder. If you look at old pictures, the skiers are as straight as a ramrod, and they thrash their arms around like mad. I wouldn't call this aesthetic.
Colin, what do you say about the distance?
Well, I think that was a decent distance. That's good. Not very good, but good.
I suppose we can have a look at the replay. Ah, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the final results for your information. I'd be glad to have you with us again next time. And many thanks to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Oh, thanks to you too, Mark. Thanks for having me.
We're about 60 kilometers to the northwest. Colin Phillips, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the big names in British ski jumping. It's a great pleasure for me to have him here today. How are you doing, Colin?
I'm fine, Mark. I'm happy to be here too. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
The most important thing in qualification is to make a secure landing, as 50 out of 72 skiers will qualify for the next round.
Well, I got stuck in the qualification round once. That was so frustrating.
Was it?
Mark. Oh, horrible.
That's what you end up with after such a terrible performance. He would have been better off staying in bed today. The replay will show us now how on earth he was able to come up with such magic.
Yeah.
There's... Who would credit it? He's kept up his consistent performance and achieved a rank among the top 20. He can give himself a pat on the back for that.
Yeah, true.
That's another good example of how difficult it is to find the right point for takeoff. The perfect range is so small that you can easily miss it.
Yes, he took off on his skis that almost passed the jump table, so he won't fly high enough. The result will tell.
I think this is worth having a second look.
Yes, Mark, I think that a closer analysis is always worthwhile.
Oh no! No one would have imagined such a decline. A few weeks ago he was close to victory and now he's falling down the rankings. How come, Colin?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you trained too hard. He seems drained to me.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the... So this is the result of the qualification round. Let's see who's among the top 50, so we can tell who will start again today. Because for the skiers on rank 51 and lower, it's the end of the competition. Going downhill with this jump.
Good pun there, Mark, but seriously, his last jump was much better.
That's what I mean. It's inexplicable that he's fallen so far behind. Now we get the chance to analyze all the jumps. The wind isn't perfect today, is it, Colin?
Oh, well, not really, but there's a slight crosswind, you know. I don't think that's a problem, though, Mark.
The judges have made their decision. And he gets a pretty good score. That's a fair judgment. Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that.
Yeah. I can't quite see who's up there. Is it Adamalist? No, but it is a Polish skier who's preparing for the start. He did well to master the most difficult phase in ski jumping, the takeoff. This might make for a very good jump. Let's take the time to look at the replay. We separate the grain from the chaff, so the fine saying goes.
Or the boys from the men.
He's very, very close to the top skiers in the world. Actually, he's already one of them. If he can keep up this performance, he's a real threat to the leaders.
Yeah, excellent season for him, absolutely.
You can see an upward trend in his performance, and I don't think there's one rival who still underestimates him.
You're right, Mark. But he hasn't beaten me yet.
Nope. Thanks to technology, we can look at the replay and be clear about things. Now tell us, Colin, why aren't you entering any important competitions this year?
Well, actually, it's a little embarrassing. But the reason is my right ankle's injured.
So what's embarrassing about that? Did it happen in training?
No, that's the point. I recently bought a house in the south of England, you know, and the side is a bit of a slope.
So you practiced with that cost with the tape up and down?
No, Mark, I was mowing the lawn.
I don't get it.
So, listen, while I'm mowing, I see a stone, and I can't simply mow it over, so I put the lawnmower aside to clear away the stone. But suddenly the thing starts moving.
The stone?
No, the mower. As I said, the site is on a bit of a slope, so the thing rolled over my foot.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's what happened to my ankle.
Okay. Maybe we should talk about women in ski jumping too.
Oh, yes.
As in many other sports, the ladies hardly manage to emerge from the men's shadow.
Well,
I wonder why. Because they also achieve impressive distances. The actual record is held by the Austrian Daniela Iraschko with 200 meters. The replay will show us now how on earth he was able to come up with such magic.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the final results for your information. I'd be glad to have you with us again next time. And many thanks to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Oh, thanks to you too, Mark. Thanks for having me. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
See you next time. Zakopane with its typical... I'm sure that not only fans of the British team will be happy to hear that my co-commentator today is Colin Phillips.
I would have liked to start myself, but it wasn't meant to be.
We're looking forward to another World Cup competition of the pros. He seems to lack something today, mentally as well as bodily.
Bad, very, very bad. I'm sure he's awfully angry now that he couldn't quite tune into his good performances. Maybe he's just not on form today.
The skiers are confronted with a very strong crosswind today. The question is, who can cope best with these difficult conditions?
Well, we'll soon find out.
Now, you talked about the jump as a filigree system. What role does the material play?
Well, naturally, it's absolutely crucial. For example, if your angle of attack isn't perfect, even the wax mixture, that can spoil the whole season.
Wow, amazing! That was an extraordinarily smooth landing. No shakiness, no swaying. He'll get an excellent score, unless the judges are blind.
Well...
I think this is worth having a second look.
Yes, Mark, I think that a closer analysis is always worthwhile.
Many jumpers say that it is sometimes harder to get through the qualification round than to win the competition. Be that as it may, the best 50 athletes have managed to get qualified, and we'll see them again in the first round, ladies and gentlemen. I suppose he can't believe what's on the scoreboard up there. That's a very, very weak result for him today. We're used to something else.
He is too, I'm sure.
Let's have a look at the replay. Can I risk another little pun?
No, no, and no again?
You may have a humorous and funny bone, but what about a sense of humor?
Oh my God, any more of that and I'm out of here. I've had it.
That looks as if he had never done anything else in his life than taking off. Great timing. His skis take off precisely at the right point, and he's got the right degree of explosivity. Let's have another look at the replay. Maybe we overlooked some details.
It could be.
I always find it odd that today's ski jumping heroes are here today but gone tomorrow, fallen into oblivion.
Yeah, literally.
Seriously, what do you think is the reason for this?
Well, as I said, ski jumping is a question of psychology above all. And it's even metaphysical sometimes. There's probably no other sport where the inner surface is important than ski jumping.
He messed up his jump with the takeoff. That's it. It was clear to see from here. I suppose we can have a look at the replay. Ah, there it is. To me, he's one of the great surprises of the season. I wouldn't have expected to see him in the top 10.
No, me neither, Mark, but it's those shooting stars who make this sport interesting.
No, not like that! The takeoff was powerful, but too late! This makes him lose the height he needs for a long distance. An awful letdown. But not only for him, for his fans as well.
And they'll be unhappy.
I suppose we can have a look at the replay. Ah, there it is. Ski jumping developed from downhill at the end of the 18th century. The inhabitants of a small town in the province of Norway called Telemark probably got bored by all this just racing straight down into the valley, so they started to jump over small elevations. At least that's the story spun by the sports historians about the origins of the sport. Thanks to technology, we can look at the replay and be clear about things. Here's the final ranking for you, ladies and gentlemen. After a thrilling competition, next time all skiers have the chance to go for gold. Until then, I say cheerio and adios to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Well, thanks very much there, Mark. It was a pleasure being here, really. I've had great fun. Maybe not quite as much as being one of the jumpers myself, but maybe next time. See you soon. Bye now. Take care, everyone.
Goodbye. Today we're in Zakopane, Poland. Today I have expert help by my side, the famous ski jumper Colin Phillips from England, who unfortunately is not participating in the tournament himself.
It's a great pleasure to me, my friends. Thank you very much for the invitation, and hello everybody.
Once again, the best skiers in the world have to prove that they're well prepared for the World Cup season. Let's have another look at the replay. Maybe we overlooked some details.
It could be.
Who would credit? Have you ever considered a career in another discipline?
Yeah, I really did.
Which one?
Curling.
You're kidding.
No, always going up those towers is tiring. I sometimes wish I could stand on firm ground during the competition.
Yeah, I got it. You're really kidding.
Find it out.
Well, there's not much to say about this result. Very bad. He badly needs to improve in the next competition, that's for certain.
Couldn't get worse.
The replay will show us now how on earth he was able to come up with such magic.
Yeah.
I can't quite see who's up there. Is it Adam Malish? No, but it is a Polish skier who's preparing for the start. Now we get the chance to analyze all the jumps. A deep breath for all those who... It's here in Zakopane, by the way, that the oldest cable railway in Europe is operated. It goes up to the Pamięć to an altitude of almost 2,000 meters. Let's have a look at the replay. In the last few minutes, the wind has risen. Might be dangerous for the skiers.
Yeah, you're right there, Mark. Not everyone is used to that.
And then he ends it with a complete mess. Enough to make you tear out your hair. Was he too sure of himself?
Well, maybe, Mark, but that's the difficult thing about it. To keep concentrated 100% in any phase. Approach, run, takeoff, flight, and landing. It's not easy, you know. So sometimes you end like this if you stop concentrating, even for just a short moment.
As the weather conditions are always an uncontrollable variable in ski jumping, experts are considering roofing over the in-run with a perspex tube. What do you think of that, Colin?
Oh no. The open sky, the fresh air. I'd miss it all too much.
It might have gone worse for him. He can and must be satisfied with the distance. That's his average performance, and he consolidated it today. I think this is worth having a second look.
Yes, Mark, I think that a closer analysis is always worthwhile.
The field of skiers... Colin, what's your comment on this performance?
Well, there's not much to criticize, actually. His performance is good, he's calm, and in complete control of the situation. I'd say the only thing he still lacks a little bit is routine and level-headedness.
Well, he certainly isn't a talent like Janne Ahonen or Jakob Younger yet, but he turned in a solid performance. That's good ski jumping, don't you think?
Yes, Mark, and the judges think so too by the look of it. So with the distance he achieved, he gets an okay result.
Yeah.
That's a good motivation for the upcoming events.
If you look at his last... At the first ski jumping competition in 1893, which did not take place in Norway, but in Austria, a manure heap was used as a ski jump.
Oh, wow. God, that must have smelt really good. Fortunately, some things have changed in architecture.
You can see an upward trend in his performance, and I don't think there's one rival who still underestimates him.
You're right, Mark. But he hasn't beaten me yet.
Nope. Let's take the time to look at the replay. It's high time that a Pole makes it to the top again. Maybe this young athlete. What do you think, Colin?
Oh, I've never heard of him, but I always like surprises.
Okay, the top skiers will make a better distance than that, but with this performance, he's certainly not among the worst athletes in this competition. Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. So, this is an overview of the final ranking, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an exciting competition today, and that's how we like it. We'll see you next time. It's goodbye from Mark Rafferty.
And from me, Colin Phillips, thanks and goodbye.
Bye. Has anybody seen my notes? Oberstdorf is not only the venue for sports records, but also a natural monument. 3/4 of this region belong to a nature reserve. What's a host without an actual practitioner of sport? This time, it's Colin Phillips, and we're very proud to have him here with us today.
It's a very different experience watching the others jump for once. Maybe I'll take over your job soon, Mark.
Let's take the time to look at the replay. No one would have bet on him before this season, but things have changed. He's turning in a good performance, and surely no one will ever underestimate him again. So he's among the top 20, and he's doing well.
Yeah, good on him.
You know what? I really prefer this type of skier. He's never satisfied with what he's attained, but he always tries to get a little better.
Yeah, that's true, Mark. He gets better with every competition. He almost scares me a little. Just kidding. Not really.
The skiers will have to adjust to a strong crosswind today. I hope they will make the best of the circumstances.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
I think let's see which. It's high time that a Pole makes it to the top again. Maybe this young athlete. What do you think, Colin?
Oh, I've never heard of him, but I always like surprises.
The replay will show us now how on earth he was able to come up with such magic.
Yeah.
Until recently, the season's gone pretty well for him. But now there's something bugging him.
Bugging him?
Yeah, I don't know. Something's not right. He's deteriorating. And if he doesn't change his performance, he'll slip down to midfield.
Oh, yes.
There's no continuity in his jumping, no building on his last jump.
Perhaps he was too busy celebrating.
Let's have another look at the replay. Maybe we overlooked some details.
It could be.
An English tabloid spread the news that you're afraid of flying.
Who said that? No, that's a fairy tale. That's a malicious allegation, actually.
So it's not true.
No, well, the thing is, when I was a kid, I was afraid of heights. So my father took me to a ski jump and he said, if you jump down there, you never have to be afraid of anything.
And that was the beginning of your career.
That's right.
I suppose we can have a look at the replay. Ah, there it is. I think we've seen some nice and what's more, long jumps. And I also think that the best 30... The magical 200-meter mark was passed on the ski flying jump in Oberstdorf in 1998. Do you remember who it was, Colin?
Well, if I remember rightly, it was this pleasant redhead from Germany. What's his name? Thomas?
Something like that. Dieter Thomas from Hinterzeit, the nephew of the famous George Thomas. He made exactly 209 meters. Let's have a look at the replay. I hope that nobody will be blown away today.
It's not easy to start under these conditions, that's for sure.
Nice takeoff from the jump team. He initiated the extension of the body at the right moment. Now let's see the distance.
That'll be interesting to see.
Well, there was no improvement to be seen today, nor was there any deterioration. Thanks to technology, we can look at the replay and be clear about things. Let's have a look at the overall ranking after this fascinating competition.
Yes.
The winners' fans are cheering, but the skiers on the second and third place can be satisfied too with their performance today, I think. And thanks to all the others who made today such an enjoyable day. So see you next time. Mark Rafferty and the British ski jumping star Colin Phillips say goodbye to you now.
Ah, well, next time I prefer...
Hello from the Allgäu Alps. I have Colin Phillips with me, an institution in British ski jumping, if I may say so.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
The credit where credit is due, sir.
At least I can support my home country in this way.
Now we get the chance to analyze all the jumps. I can't quite see who's up there. Is it Adam Malish? No, but it is a Polish skier who's preparing for the start. Colin, what do you say about this line?
Great, absolutely great. There's not much he can improve on. It was really very good. He put down the skis at the right moment. And what's more important still, Mark, he did an impeccable tarmac landing. The judges will appreciate that, I'm sure.
Let's have a closer... Some people still think that Telemark is an American TV star.
I beg your pardon.
Well, Telemark.
Oh, no, please. You have promised me to leave your puns at home today.
Colin, what's your comment on his take?
Well, it looked good, I'd say. The transition from the crouch to the stretch position is one of the most important, maybe the most important moment in the ski jump.
Yeah.
He might go far. Let's just watch his fly.
Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that.
Yeah. The weather is a bit bleak, but visibility is fine, so there's nothing to rattle the skiers. Well, the distance is pretty okay, but if he wants to play in the top group, he'll have to practice a lot. Yeah. At least if you take this jump as typical.
Yeah, if you can.
I suppose we can have a look at the replay. Ah, there it is. He's already proved that he can cope with the very best, but at the crucial moment he often lacks their cool. That's why his rank among the top 20 is justified for the moment. Oh, too late! He simply went over the right point for takeoff.
Yes, Mark, that's right. All the power he put into his takeoff is worthless now.
And now for the score. Well, it's okay, I'd say. Not exceedingly good, but not bad either, just like his performance. Average. The replay will show us now how on earth he was able to come up with such magic.
Yeah.
If the ski jumps were really roofed over, as certain experts are proposing, competitions would no longer be cancelled because of bad weather conditions.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it would be an enormous investment for the operators. And I think it would be harmful to the atmosphere. Make my approach run in a tunnel? No, thank you.
The first statistically recorded distance record in ski jumping was 23 meters, back in 1879. I'm not sure if he topped that one there.
Got your history books out again there, Matt.
Let's take the time to look at the replay. What do you... Wow, that was an exciting competition today, don't you think, Colin?
Yeah, well, now it...
The ski flying jump in Oberstdorf in the Bieżąca Valley is one of the 6 biggest hills in the world. Ski flying weeks, World Cup or World Championship. This hill is always good for enormous distances. That result is okay for him, isn't it, Colin?
Well, yes, absolutely. Of course, every athlete hopes for more before each competition, but I think that after this jump, the score is justified.
Let's have another look at the replay. Maybe we overlooked some details.
It could be.
The weather's not exactly glorious, but I hope the performances will make up for it.
Well, as long as visibility's okay, there'll be no problem.
An okay jump, let's put it like that. He certainly won't rejoice about the distance, I'm pretty sure of that. I think this is worth having a second look.
Yes, Mark, I think that a closer analysis is always worthwhile.
These are the results of today's competition, ladies and gentlemen. The 3 winners of the day, cheered by the crowd. Next time, things can turn out quite differently. We hope you'll be with us again. Mark Rafferty
And Colin Phillips,
take their leave of you.
au revoir, goodbye, and auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye.